Hello, everyone, and welcome to tonight's episode of Alignment Show. I am your host, the Cal, the DM. Trying to play around with other names. I was thinking, Dads and Dice. How's the Daddy Dice? Dice Daddy?
No.
No, doesn't
Not
work.
after the
I'm not
conversation
calling
we
my
just
dice
had.
daddy.
Fair point.
I'm
Joining
not
me,
calling anyone daddy.
joining me tonight, I've got Peggy,
Hello.
Kayla,
Hi.
George,
I think this is the closest to on time we've ever started.
Mackenzie,
You would be correct.
Just
AJ.
saying.
I think I'm giving old Doris gauntlets.
Ooh.
And Steven.
That's me.
All right. So, picking up where we left off, the party has joined Oliver de Rollo as he has approached the Council of Taldore, been ridiculed by Biagio and Richard into assembling as many allies as possible. Biagio noting that he will probably have better luck assembling the representatives from Marquette, the representatives from Draconia, saying that they will attempt to gather what they can but cannot promise anything, and the party being left to assemble whatever allies they have to battle against not only
Crawling.
Drassig, Edward Drassig to the north, but have just discovered that beneath the city of Amman, the Crawling King's champion, a massive Neolithid, is beneath the city. So, as they left the council chamber, Xavier Constantine identified a ring in the possession of Oldores, discovering.
Discovering!
I discovered.
Oh boy!
It was a ring of genie summoning. And that is where we ended last night's session.
Did I do anything during the identifying of that ring?
You don't believe so? What would you like to have been doing?
We did say we
Identifying
did
the
that.
gauntlets?
We did say we did that while everyone was in the council room.
Yeah, AJ, were you in the council room with the rest of everyone?
Yes.
I was invisible, but yes.
Okay, then
Not literally invisible. I was
Figuratively invisible.
figuratively.
all right. Then you couldn't have done it at the same time, but if you want to take some moments now to start your identify.
Would it be permissible by the party?
Go ahead.
Awesome.
I mean, you can do whatever you want. Really.
Lit.
I'll allow it.
I don't want you to leave me.
Okay, guys, let's go. He's fine.
Bye.
So
We'll
the party
be
hangs
right
around.
back for you.
Party hangs around for about 10 minutes while Glaive, you channel your inner divinity and identify the object. What are you identifying?
The gauntlets that I stole from Elena's house.
Ah, they are gauntlets of ogre strength.
Just push the city.
I'm going to look around the party and see who looks the absolute weakest.
George.
Do not give it to Xavier. I swear to God.
So many magical items.
That's not why.
That's not why. Because it would give me a close to 20
Uh,
store.
No.
Vale, I will point out that they would not be compatible with your wraps.
That's.
Wraps.
I mean, it's not ideal.
Gauntlets.
I was more joking. I don't want to use them anyway. But
Let's make the ranger really strong.
I mean, it's between Oldoris and Elena.
Don't
Because
say them.
everybody else is either spellcaster or they punch people in sensitive spots.
Well,
I
think
have
that's
a
how
bodyguard, so I'm fine.
well, I mean, with my transformation spell, I could use a heavy duty weapon and use strength because I can't cast spells when I'm transformed. The Tenser's transformation.
You dust things with Steel Wind Strike on a regular basis. I don't want to hear it from you.
No, when I want to become Suavier, I could use like a great axe.
Suavier.
Elena de Swolo.
Nah.
Yes.
Swoldoris.
I was just gonna say what I'd be Swoldores. Yeah, no, I don't need them. They won't do me any.
Elena,
Yes.
are you keen for bashing in skulls with obscene muscle power?
Aren't you?
Yes.
These won't make me any more powerful.
No. Oh, okay.
To punch a few.
Oh.
I think we lost our DM for a second there.
He's back.
You hit the wrong button.
Ah,
Well, don't do that. Sounds like Elena's.
Yeah.
What?
Dope.
Sounds like Elena's getting gauntlets.
what is Kayla doing?
Dancing.
I got chocolate. I'm sorry.
Good reason to dance.
Sorry, quarantine is making us go a little stir crazy.
You're nuts.
Okay, so Xavier, not Xavier, Glaive hands over to Elena. You see this pair of gauntlets. They're kind of a silvered metal with this grotesque-looking ogreish face, not embezzled,
Emblazoned?
emblazoned. Thank you.
You were close.
Riveted onto the face in almost this kind of brass color, an open mouth, almost like an oni face on each of them, or what you would assume now to be an ogre.
Ogre meat.
Do I need to attune to these?
Yes.
Okay.
Hold on, let me.
We'll do
Absolutely.
that later.
That's another reason why I didn't want them.
I don't have anything. I have some magical items, but the shield and that's it.
The gauntlets of Ogier strength.
May make your strength score 19.
They make our strength score 19.
Oh.
I was just going to check and see if there was anything that I missed.
Elena the Swallow.
Oh no. The whole Elena threatening to slap me actually carries weight.
19 points worth.
Still can't hit me, but you know.
She might get lucky, and if she does,
She gets lucky though. I might feel it.
I have luck.
No, that's a
Oh
shame.
god.
Yeah. I'm sorry, gauntlets of Obo power, strength score 19. Yeah, okay, that's it, yeah.
Cal,
Yeah.
do have a
I mean,
question.
Okay.
Da. The skull that is the second part of the Staff of Orcus.
Correct.
You said that we could use that to
Oh, no, he's gonna make
boost
me
an
feel weird.
enchantment.
We don't have this sword, do we?
We can like enchant something and use that as part of it, and it boosts the enchantment. Correct?
Correct.
Okay. I just want to make sure because I think me, AJ, and Oldoris were talking about it.
I don't know what you're talking about.
AJ, Eldoris, and I.
Sorry, the players out of game were talking about it, and I thought that's what you said. Because
Well, we don't have the skull.
Yeah, we do. I have the skull.
It's the other part we don't have.
It's
Keep
the
the skull
spine.
moving.
It's the spine part we don't have.
Right.
We
okay.
got rid of the
I was-
gross bit.
So, just making that clear, because I remember we had talked about making a Scythefold Doris.
I already have one.
A powerful,
Enhancing
say-
yours.
a more powerful one.
I heard you
Wait.
say a sight.
No, I
A
thought
scythe.
we gave the skull to the
As I recall,
Platinum
as I recall, the spine was given to the Platinum Sanctuary. I believe Xavier at the time wanted to keep the skull and spine separate.
Yes.
Right. Okay.
It wasn't just me that wanted to keep them separate, but yes.
Yeah.
So I still have the skull.
Ooh.
Great.
So I just wanted to make that make sure on that, so it can be used to boost an enchantment. So like you said, like if we enchanted something +1, it would become a +2.
Correct.
So
Should we use his skull
It'll double the stats. So if you're giving something a +1, it'll give a +2. If it's a duration of 10 minutes, it'll make it 20 minutes. Things like that.
Okay. Or a double
We
charge,
already used
or maybe a
his
double the
body,
charge.
Fall
Correct.
into the hole.
Correct. It's subject to DM discretion, but
Yeah.
yes.
No, just outside the box. If that's the case. Now I use my scythe for my Eldritch Blast, and that shoots 3 blasts of Eldritch Blast.
Mm-hmm.
Would that double the amount of blasts?
We could possibly try to make it to where it does. It could give you another blast, or we can have it to where
How many levels of sorcerer do you have?
3.
it's
Do
overall
you have
character
quicken
level.
spell?
I think you took it.
I don't remember which ones I took. I'd have
I
to
think
look.
you took Twinned and Quickened.
That sounds.
Because you can
Yeah, I
quicken
know.
spellcast Eldritch Blast again. We could potentially try to make you a Pack Keeper wand, so it boosts your damage overall. Like I think damage, roll to hit, and your DC for your Warlock spells. I'm trying to make something like that.
Do you think he can just eat it?
I'm not going to eat
I'm
a
not even
skull.
joking.
I know you said you weren't joking, but that's hilarious though. Just
Grind it into
just
powder.
grind it into make it into bread.
Make it into
Soft.
a tea.
Use it as spice for your eggs.
Here you go,
I have
Doris.
problems.
I made you lunch and breakfast.
Eat these totally normal eggs.
It's your grandpa.
I mean, can I?
Can you what?
Oh, you can absolutely not.
It's your body. You decide what to do with it.
All
It's your body.
No,
Use it
I
as
just,
you need it.
I wanted to bring that up.
I don't
So,
mean to be that person, but are we talking and walking?
Yeah.
yeah, well, figured this was like as we're heading there.
So yes.
Yes.
So where are you heading?
Uh,
Back to the Owlry?
back to the Owlery.
Ooh.
Okay.
Okay, I should have another 5th level spell slot to get down there. Phone.
Suavier, make a survival check.
Step on a landmine.
Boom.
That hurts
9.
Decided ways you don't know.
As you wander through the streets of Amman in the general district where you know that the enchanted shop appears, you struggle to find an entryway that leads to the Owlery. You know that it moves frequently every couple of hours, and without the Skycaller staff, you are not entirely sure its current location.
Have the circles below in the nest been updated? I feel like they were just updated.
They were just updated, so you know the current ones.
Okay, so I would find an off alley somewhere and just circle down. Cast teleportation
Alright.
circle.
And make a perception check as you do this.
You might notice yourself doing something.
18.
Okay. So you make your way down a secluded alleyway. You cast your teleportation circle, and you are taking everyone to the nest. Correct?
Correct.
Okay. So, as you lay out the chalk insignia upon the ground, the faint blue light kind of swirls around everybody. With a flash, you all appear back in the entryway that you had appeared before. The same statuesque sets of armor of the phoenix shape, standing weapons drawn, facing the circle as you appear. The room is empty. The blue torches on the wall now glowing a dim, almost a dim yellow, kind of a quiet light for the late evening time.
I don't maybe I'm struggling to understand, Xavier, how this place works. You always seem to kind of struggle to find it, even though it's one place. I mean, I'm very confused.
Well, the circles to get here constantly change. They were just updated when I saw the new circles. So that's how I know how to get back here. The owlery, which we've gone through before to get here, magically changes location around the city of Amon every few hours.
Is it a pocket dimension?
No, this place we're in now, or the owlery.
I don't know. Where are we right now?
We're in the nest. The owlery is the place I took us to get back to Amon from Greyskull Keep. That we ran
And
through.
Uldoris is like wide-eyed, completely confused. Oh, okay, that makes sense.
So I was trying to find the owlery to use the circle there, but because the Skycaller staff is gone from the owlery, I cannot locate it very easily.
And what is the Skycaller staff?
I've never exactly been told to the full extent what it does. I just know it gives off a beacon that avian creatures can see. So Beak, Thana can both see it. So I use my familiar, look through its eyes, and I'm able to see a beacon to know which house to go to. But if I know the circles, I don't need to go there.
Right.
So what's the first order of business?
How did the entryway here look?
Completely normal.
It's like nothing's happened or anything.
Make a perception check again.
It's a trap.
19.
Okay. Yeah, it looks completely normal to you. What you see around you, just various suits of armor, all of them with sort of avian-like qualities, kind of emblazoned again. That's my word of the evening, emblazoned. All right. The word I'm actually looking for here is when you take like a little hammer and you like
Embezzle?
is that embezzle?
No.
Embellish?
No.
Embossed?
Indented.
Embezzling is stealing
into
money
them.
from corporations, like under the table, or from like funds and stuff.
I'm sure
Around
Xavier's done that.
around the room.
Savior.
Suavier.
Oh, that Savior. Embezzling campaign fund.
All right, hang on. I need to mute myself for a second. I can't find my notes. 1 second.
1.
So is this underground or
I'm sorry.
The nest here is underground.
where's the air come from?
Magic.
Accurate.
No, there are secrets. There are some magical means to provide airflow through here, but there are several small vents that lead to the surface.
They have air conditioning.
So someone could have gotten in through the vents.
Highly doubted that the
Classic.
vents are very small.
Mm.
They have air
I
conditioning.
mean, you saw what we dealt with in Castle Grayskull.
Magic.
Yeah.
That's very true.
Do you believe in
Also,
magic?
we have a druid who can turn into tiny objects and animals. Let's say they don't have somebody who can do that.
Okay,
Or
but
maybe she could turn into a moth.
okay, but
fly around in
would
some-
most druids see a giant several hundred foot down hole and decide to go down?
Maybe.
Have you met
Well-
some druids? Yes.
Well, if something happened here, then I think they knew what they were looking for.
If I saw an animal go into the hole, I might.
What does this
Not
conversation
gonna lie.
turned into?
Like, ooh, cute little bug. I gotta make friends with it.
Ow.
Right?
Okay, I'm back. Sorry.
Welcome back. Didn't know you left.
Welcome back. What is the party gonna finna do?
I'm going to go check on the quarters, and I'm going to go see if I can find any of my siblings, which I really need to get my notes out for, so I remember all of their names.
Yeah, me too. And I can't. And I'm glad you can't find them either, because I can't. I'm trying to. Those are the notes I'm looking.
I mean, if you give me a moment, I can grab the box out of my closet and get my notes out. I have them.
So here's my problem. I have 5 different notebooks and several other like loose pages around with notes on them. So finding the specific.
Sounds like me.
Well, give me a moment. I will fish out my notes.
I know,
so
I just
totally
saw
a druid crawled through one of those tiny vents.
A druid definitely crawled through it.
I was joking about the vents.
Yeah, no.
I just want to put that out there.
I know.
Okay.
You can put out whatever you want. Doesn't mean anybody's going to take it. I don't know how that was supposed to be taken, but it's there.
Okay.
Enjoy.
So did you identity theft yourself, Adrian?
Well, that's on the recording now.
Silence.
Yeah, silence, because I don't want my stuff, or don't want to discuss something that private on a recording that we put out to the public.
I know.
Oh, it's live.
I just like the idea that you accidentally stole your own identity. You know there are names on the map, right?
Only a couple.
Xavier has like 13 siblings.
God. I thought
The
my
Derolos
siblings
shame.
were... Yeah, I thought mine were ridiculous.
Well, they're not all blood relatives. Well, none of them are blood relatives.
So the ones that actually are on here are Xavier's closest. The John, Alex, Mavis.
Yeah.
John.
There's John, the oldest. Alex, the second oldest.
Mavis, your best friend.
Charlotte. Then me. Then Mavis, Grace, Abigail, Eleanor, and Helena, who is the youngest at 10.
Gotcha. So you all follow Xavier as he makes his way out of the entry hall toward the fledgling bunks that you had followed him through previously, where he found Mavis in her bed and all that, and everything is just empty.
Just empty?
There is the beds are in disarray, but not the unusual. More like having been slept in than anything.
Sign of struggle.
No sign of struggle. Everything looks fine, as if moments prior to your entry in here, everything had still been. People had still been here. You see evidence around of meals just kind of left on the table, still warm and steaming.
I just love seeing George just whip a cat toy across the room. So I find nobody.
Find not a soul in the bunk area.
Can I go through the dining hall on my way to the Phoenix Chamber?
Oh, yes. So, you make your way through the dining hall.
Oh shit, the map's right here.
Yes. You make... it's a roundabout way to the Phoenix Den, but okay. You go back through the dining hall, passing the tables with porridge and soups, bread, everything kind of lined out for dinner, but untouched completely. Make your way through the training quarter, past the library, towards the Phoenix Den, where you come upon a solid oaken door with a that has been carved into it, the flames writhing around a phoenix head. What are you going to do?
No more still words.
I knock.
You knock. A voice comes to you from the other side of the door. Come in.
Do I recognize the voice?
You do. It is the voice of Alan.
It's Oliver.
I will open and proceed in.
As you open the door, it opens into this grand kind of study, a crackling fireplace, real fire, unlike the ones that adorn the sconces that almost seem to keep the air cooler. This room actually has a warm hearth in it, and many torches and candles lining every wall, whereas the rest of the nest has a very underground feel with cobbled stone. In here, you would mistake for a library, were you not knowing that you were underground. Two large mahogany-style desks are facing each other in this room on opposite ends. One of them, Xavier, you recognize to be Scott's desk. It lays completely empty and organized. The quills and ink put back in their rightful place. And Alan's desk, which faces across from it on the other side of this room, much more messy, much more in disarray. It appears most of the calculations are done by Alan. Most of the bookkeeping, there's just piles and piles of books up there. And as you come in, Alan is stood up against the fireplace, arm kind of cocked over it, leaning in. In his other hand, he has there's a small, thin, brownish, oblong object that is emanating smoke in his right hand.
Alan, where is everybody?
Turns around, takes a drag from this, almost like a cigar, but a little bit thinner.
Do you spice?
Constantine, everyone has left the city.
Where out of the city?
A friend of yours came by. Throws a cigarette into the fireplace.
What friend?
Alec. We've moved everyone into hiding.
Mavis, they're all okay.
They're fine. You, on the other hand, are past due for your trial. By some time.
Yes, I know. Do we know anything?
If you not complete that today, the concoction that you take will not have time to accumulate with the other ones you have taken previously, and could kill you.
Are we in the same room for this?
Kind of out in the hall. You can have entered if you wanted, but yes.
Oh, yeah,
Let's all enter and awkwardly stand behind him.
yeah.
I'm
Wow.
down.
I'll stand next to
Ooh.
Well, are we still fit to give this trial to me?
We are. Are you prepared for it?
Anything of specifics I need to know before beginning?
The trial will test you and any who come with you. Any, he looks around to those of you in the room, since it seems our numbers need to be bolstered, who wish to join the nest may also take this test. But know this, you will take the test same as Constantine. Having taken this, and he opens the door, you hear kind of slide open, and there's a vial of amber-colored liquid in a sort of glass vial with a cork on the top. This concoction is filled with many poison, potion, diluted, and magic as well. It will dull your senses. It will impede your mental capacities. And when you emerge from the other side, you will be immune to most poison, most diseases. And depending on how you fare in the trial under its effects, a specific rank within our organization.
Well,
And your organization stands for.
Well, Xavier, perhaps you can explain to your friends more of your family.
Trust me, I'm trying to get this out of it.
no, this is
All
definitely
we had to do.
this is definitely the DM throwing it to the player.
No, the DM doesn't want to phrase it wrong. We're
Tell us your
thieves.
backstory, nerd.
We are
Alas.
we are thieves, child.
Yes.
That explains a lot.
And
Okay,
that
It's more.
gives me to the desire to join you. How?
I think we knew that much.
Yeah.
The nest is more a family than that. More focused on gathering arcane knowledge, arcane lore, and culminating it for its own protection.
Yes, but every organization has their own corruption to a certain extent.
Our operation is small. We have but under 30 members here in the city of Oman. The plan, he looks over towards Xavier, had been to spread toward Whitestone, however, has been little forward on that regard.
I just shrug.
I did send some information back, but the person that came did leave soon after. But other things did happen that I saw that could affect our operations up there. And then it
Constantine,
just
why
continued.
Scott trusts you with even tying your own shoes remains a complete mystery to me.
Excuse you?
Excuse you?
Don't. It's. I was like, don't. It's fine.
Our time cuts short. If you are to do the trial, it must be now. If not, I grow weary.
I
What does this
will.
trial entail?
I told you, you will take the concoction. You will You will enter the aviary, in which you will be set upon by riddles, traps, arcane trick. You may enter the chamber and turn right around, and you will have passed. A fledgling, remaining at the bottom totem of the nest until later promotion. If you proceed onward to the next station, you shall become an
Crow.
a crow. Yes, thank you, a crow. The further you progress, you may become an owl, a raven, a phoenix is even in the cards. However, only two, he looks over at Scott's desk, have ever achieved such a rank.
I have a question.
Yes.
So, does Xavier have to do this?
Unless he wishes to leave the organization, no.
Okay. I misunderstood something said earlier. Never mind.
We all take this concoction. I have taken it myself. Xavier himself has begun slowly administering over time. You all, regrettably, have not had the exposure to it, so hopefully it won't kill you.
Well,
That's not very reassuring.
I don't
Like,
exactly
yeah, no
want to
idea.
join a group of thieves. So,
Well,
Good.
would there be time for me to take a quick rest?
You may. You all may.
Seconded.
I kind of want to rest.
Mind flays are the worst.
Got hit for 50 hit points.
He turns to you, Sapala, but know your friends may need your assistance in that to progress.
Well, we'll
Go,
be
the
back.
bunks are free.
I will take them to the fledgling quarters.
I just want to know why you would want to join a group like this.
Well, you get to
Some
have
people don't have a choice.
Everybody has a choice.
Whenever the choice is death or survival by any, you're gonna try and survive. I'm not saying I like or approve of it, but that's just how the world is.
Well, I will escort them to bedding for the night.
You take them over to the fledgling quarters
Long
where
rest.
the beds are
Yes.
still there. Anyone doing anything over the course of the evening?
Um,
I'm
we're
gonna
doing a
tune
short
my
rest.
gauntlets.
Wow, it's a long rest. Let me look. Figured I'd just be rolling hit dice, but
so, Xavier,
Yes.
if we do this and we help you, and we succeed, do we have to join?
Well, it would mean. One sec.
I want to be in on this conversation right now.
Oh, yeah,
assume we're in
Uldoris
the
is
same
having it
room.
out loud with Xavier. I mean, he's not hiding the conversation.
When I get
Technical
a chance, I need to ask
difficulties.
Doris.
We'll ask away.
They were in the middle of a conversation.
Well, yeah, but Xavier and Cal popped out, so.
Cal's still there.
Oh.
Xavier's still there.
Sorry, my mom walked into the room. She took some Oreos.
Mom, streaming.
Sorry, repeat your question.
If we do this and we help you, do we have to join?
I mean, you would technically be joining by doing the trial, but whether or not you take any jobs or do any missions is up to you.
If
Like-
we do this trial, will they ally with us in the fight against the Chained Oblivion?
Well, I will try to convince Alan. Unfortunately, if Scott were here, it would be much easier. But I have to do it regardless. Whether 1, 2, or any of you come, I have to proceed.
Do you want to do it?
Yes, I've been dreaming of becoming an owl since I joined. Shut up, George.
Now, when you could be-
Why?
that was me.
Sorry.
Mute yourself. Because I mean, I was born in Amon, but I didn't know my parents. And Scott found me, who is the other Phoenix. He found me and brought me here, and I've met so many people I consider family. Why would I leave?
You want to put yourself as a role model,
Yes, for
taking.
you're cutting out.
Oh, you just want to hold yourself up as a role model for new people to come in, so that they feel as welcome as you did.
Yes, and before I got here, I didn't know anything about magic. I just I took things to survive, and as soon as I got here, I learned about magic, and you see the great wizard you see before you, whether or not you want to believe that or not. So
And you trust them?
trust everyone I've met here. Alan's a dick, but he always comes through.
Has anyone died in the trials before?
I don't know. Hey DM, has anyone died in the trials before?
No one that you are aware of.
Not that I'm aware of. I've done it twice now, and
Do you just reach a point where you can't go on any further, or you just turn around?
It's kind of hard to remember.
Yes, there comes a point in the trial where if you can't make your way beyond the puzzle, you can just leave. And that's what you did. You went through the first time, made it a certain distance, and left, and then made it further. And the trial for the owl is what stopped you.
I kind of feel like we don't have much good luck with
Riddles?
puzzles and things.
Well, I feel like I've gained a lot of experience traveling with all of you, and I feel like I can get past the puzzle that stumped me.
Here is
this
my
last
thing.
time.
And it's not because I don't care for you, Xavier.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know these people. We know nothing about them. You know them, but I know nothing about them.
That's totally fine.
And I don't know their morals, the choices they make. I can't just. I don't know how they treat people. Do you understand what I'm saying? Like, I can't just say,
Yes.
yeah, let's go do this.
I totally understand. I'm not trying to force any of you to come with me if you don't want to.
Saying you are, I just don't understand why, I guess.
It's a newer organization. It was started by Alan. I want to say a few years before the Chroma Conclave hit, and then that happened, and it's not that big of an organization. We are thieves like the Clasp, but we're not to an extreme like they are. We don't steal
Murder
everything.
people?
We don't. Yes, and that's self-defense, obviously, but we don't.
Then it's not murder.
Yes, yes. Still, just the act of killing, whatever. But no, they just steal and take what they like, what they want. We are trying to preserve a sense of arcane knowledge. But we also know that there are other groups, whether they be the same size or much bigger than us, that can easily use these poisons against us. And that's sort of what this trial is for, is to build a resistance to that so we can combat them better. So.
All right.
I don't know. I'm not in the right mind right now. I'm better, but I just didn't see anybody anywhere, and it. Yeah.
Are we sure that he's completely truthful that they sent them away?
I don't know. Did he look or sound truthful?
No one made an insight check.
Can I think back
Runs
on
back,
it?
insight check.
Can I think back on
Now,
it now?
when you said that... Make an insight check with disadvantage.
Okay, that's fair. But I have advantage. So just
Straight.
It'd be a straight roll.
okay.
Wait, no, you get advantage because of the feather.
Yeah.
No, disadvantage.
Oh.
Because the feather is like in the moment, it guides you into like to understanding people. You're
Okay.
thinking back on something it would
Not retroactively.
Wait a minute, I remember that guy lied to me 30 years ago.
Hey, that's a 6.
Feather.
As a sack,
It's a 6.
he seemed like Alan.
I don't know. He didn't
That's
act too
not
much
his.
too different from what Alan would sound like or do.
So, that Alec that he mentioned,
He was a fledgling that was also brought on at about the same time as me. I believe I came a few months before him, but we had a rivalry, and he took a little too far a few times, and he was kicked.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you saw how crazy is what he was.
And yeah, Alan said that Alec came by.
I don't know how. But yes, he did.
Lola!
What a tension breaker.
Sorry, I thought I was muted.
Nope.
Wrong.
No.
I apologize.
I apologize.
There she. Now she's muted. But
Cow.
I want to go through with it.
what was that?
I want to go through with it.
You want to come with me?
I will do it if it will bring us more allies in the fight against the Trade Oblivion.
I mean, there's many skills amongst our ranks, so whether it be information gathering or helping out in a fight.
I'm not one.
Say it again.
No.
Say it again, AJ.
Am I breaking up again?
Oh yeah.
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 Oh, that's annoying. How about we stop that?
Oh, sorry.
Yes.
Am I coming through clear now?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, somehow my desk is causing interference. Whatever.
Mm.
Undo your desk.
No, I was setting my phone down on my desk.
Ah.
Fantastic.
Whatever. Technology is weird.
It is.
I am not one for stealth or sneaking about. I probably won't be of any help in.
Who says that the trial is about stealth and sneaking about?
I don't necessarily remember if they were about those things. I think they were just puzzles
And Xavier, you do know that the trials also change every time.
yeah.
That's the reason.
The trials aren't ever the same. They do change. But
And a test of strength wouldn't be unusual.
and we have Elena for that now.
Oh, Lolo!
Boom, boom, firepower.
Oh my god, now I need to make Elena a great axe.
Oh jeez.
Oh god.
But
Appreciate the blue raven.
before I make any kind of choice here, I need to ask the DM a question.
I can eat a cookie.
Are you okay with cross-class spell teaching as long as the spell's on both class lists?
Yes.
Well, Xavier was supposed to teach me
Yeah.
fire.
Speak with him. Five familiar. Yeah. Yeah. I given enough time, a couple of like Arcana checks, things like that, to learn it. Then yes. Arcana
Okay,
or religion.
because I was going to teach Elena Searing Smite and Xavier Sending if he doesn't already have it.
I can get it.
For Elena, I would say that would be a bunch of religion checks, and for Xavier, that would be a bunch of Arcana checks.
I'm down.
And it wouldn't be a one-day thing. It would be like over the course of several long rests, you teach them how to very slowly learn how to do it. Kind of the same way that Xavier had to spend time to enchant the armor and stuff like that.
And it might also be a little harder for Elena to learn magic because her magic isn't like your magic.
No,
Well, that's why I
Cause
was
no,
asking for the cross-class thing.
Yeah,
Cause my-
I'd allow it, but like I said, it'll take time.
yeah, because my
Alright.
my magic takes smarts.
Okay, my magic.
I'm fucking with you.
We're not doing this. We're not having this argument.
Oh,
No,
yeah?
Absolutely not. Sorry, I'm putting my foot down on that one.
What does everybody else think?
Uh,
I know what Elena, Vale, I know AJ, Sapala, Eldoris. What do you guys think?
I don't get a character name. I'm just AJ. Fine.
Did I say?
Oh,
I thought I said no. I'm sorry, Glaive.
AJ. To be fair, one of those letters is in Glaive.
you
Yeah.
pretty much play yourself, so
Ooh, that's a little untrue. I'm not getting into it.
oh, okay.
But
I mean, I kind of feel like I owe you. I mean, you've done a lot for us, and you've helped me figure out a few things and stood by me, and all of us.
you having fun there, Cal?
That's really trippy and freaking me out.
Guys, help! I looked into the void.
Yeah.
And the void
And it
looked
blinked.
back.
He looked at a tiger, and a tiger looked back.
Guys, I failed the wisdom save. Again.
Kevin, the lights are back.
I want to help you. I just don't know if being part of a group like this is something I want.
It's
But I mean, if you're in danger, I would want to help you.
well. This isn't necessarily danger. It's just a trial. I wouldn't want you to feel obligated to join this group just to help me. So, Hala?
I feel very conflicted right now. Because again, like I said, I care for you, and like Gildora said, I want to help you. But my issue is I don't know enough to give an answer. Like, I don't know enough about this organization. I don't even know if I want to be, and this is going to sound really bad, I don't even know if I want to be associated with it. I'm not saying this reflects on how I feel about you as a friend and as a companion,
Mm-hmm.
but I would need to know more about the morality, I guess you could say,
Mm-hmm. Right.
of the organization.
That's actually something I might be able to accomplish.
And I am concerned for you and for the that's my mom, for the road you could be heading down with this.
Owl needs treatment.
So I cannot give an answer because I don't know enough.
That's completely fair.
And that makes me sad that I can't. So I don't know.
I mean, if there are things that you can do before we head in, that would also help.
Interrogate every person.
The one
There's
person
only one
here.
person.
Yeah.
Well,
Also, if we have certain ingredients, I can use the spell legend. Do whatever you
spell what? The what spell?
Legend lore.
Legend lore.
legend lore.
What
I
does
need
it require?
50 gold of incense and 4 ivory strips. 50 gold. Wow.
Well, shit.
Expensive.
If Glaive is asking this in person, I would mention, or I would say, Xavier, you know that in the library there would potentially be components to cast spells in there.
Okay. I mean, potentially, we might have enough materials for that in the library.
What does the spell do?
I'll
Place. Sorry.
I was gonna say I'll read it here for you. Name or describe a person, place, or object. The spell brings to your mind a brief summary of significant lore about the thing that you named. The lore might consist of current tales, forgotten stories, or even secret lore that has never been widely known. If the thing you named isn't of legendary importance, you gain no information. The more information you already have about the thing, the more precise and detailed the information you list is.
So, this organization is nowhere near legendary.
I was just going to say it's a newer.
No, hold on. It's not. It's not legendary. Of legendary importance.
So it could be
Again.
legendary importance, though.
Well, it's
Just
So
because
you're
of-
saying there's a chance?
It's not saying that it's not legendary, but that its importance to the role of Tal'Dorei might be legendary.
yes,
It's not saying that it won't be in the future.
but
It's not ruling that out.
mhm.
It's not the organization I was going.
Oh.
It was going to be the individual. Potion.
Oh,
He has a bad history.
mm,
Then
I
it'll be told.
I don't know much about Alan before he created the nest. I do know when he did create it, it was only a year before the Chroma Conclave, and the Chroma Conclave affected him deeply. To what extent, I do not know.
A lot of people are affected by that.
Obviously, but
I'd be able to use. No, not.
well, at the moment I am tired. Why don't we all
Fair
get some
enough.
rest?
I need to talk to Eldor.
What did I do now?
You did not do anything. What I want to do is improve your weapon. In order to do that, I have to know what it is made of and its property, so I can make something possible.
I mean, it's kind of hard to explain.
I wish I could see both of your faces right now. What is your
So-
weapon made of?
Yeah. Mystery and shadow and second chances. So before Xavier goes to sleep, I'm just gonna kind of stop him as he passes by, and I'm just gonna place something in his hands, and then just continue going.
I will open my hand to see what it is.
Make a wisdom saving throw.
Ah! Ah! 14.
And I'm gonna try and do it stealthily, so that nobody else sees it.
Make a sleight of hand.
You do this while you're talking to me.
Oh, not good, not good.
I hope you know that my passive wisdom is 23.
Yeah, so Elena definitely noticed it.
I've got a 19.
I've got a 21. Just gonna walk over
What's
here.
wisdom?
My sleight of hand was a 5.
I think
Pretty sure everybody saw it.
Hold on. Okay, with the 5, what are you handing Xavier?
I gave him the ring.
You go to give him the ring, and it as you go to pass it into his hand, it floats past his hand a little bit,
Ooh, it doesn't like it.
Oh, what's...
and then you notice that it is. You have to kind of like go back and push it back into his hand.
This never works. I'm not good at this.
I appreciated.
Anyway, back to AJ's question.
So as I awkwardly like force the ring into his hand, and I back off. I'm like, okay, and I walk out, and
Can we tell that he was trying to be stealthy?
Oh yeah.
obviously,
A little, like a little applaud. Just a little applaud.
Kenneth Elena.
I'm gonna do my best to ignore it.
Make a performance.
Oh. I'll do it.
I'm kidding. Go about your conversation.
So I go off with Glaive. Man, I'm having a hard time with names today.
I'm Cal.
And I summon the packed weapon. And it just kind of like my hand is on the staff itself, but like the staff like moves through my hands because it's all just it like kind of starts like spinning around in place, end over end in my hand, just going through my hand. It's not really made of anything in particular. It's not the material. It's just essence. It's shadow. It's an extension of me. I don't know.
May I touch?
May I touch your scythe?
Your mom.
Ow.
Maybe, I don't know. And you're the first person that's ever asked.
Cal,
Oh boy, we're going this direction with it, huh? Alright.
Cal, while they're doing that, can I attune to the
It's
goblin?
okay. Everybody's first time is a little awkward.
Oh my gosh.
Back on topic. I kind of push it away from my hand, kind of like with the ring, and I kind of like force move it towards him, and it just kind of hovers there in front of him. I don't know. Can he touch it?
I reach out and try.
Oldorez, do you want?
All right,
Say it.
let's be adults here.
Oldorez, do you want him to touch it?
I'm genuinely curious. I'm genuinely curious
All right,
to
children,
see
calm down.
if
He's curious, guys.
I'm genuinely.
Okay.
I got you. I'm sorry.
Sorry.
No, but wanting to know whether he can or not doesn't answer whether you want him to be able to.
Asking for consent.
Do you want him to be able to touch it?
All right, I'm gonna mute y'all.
I am seriously asking.
I guess expressly in like curiosity and like I'm intrigued to know if it's possible. If so, then heck, that would be really cool if somebody else could
Okay, so
take
like
hold of that weapon.
okay, perfect. So like my question, I suppose boils down to: would Eldorez be upset if someone else could touch it, where he doesn't want someone else to be able to handle it, or you do want to know you do want someone else to be able to handle it?
Knowing the kind of relationship and fellowship that we have in this party of people, I wouldn't be upset.
Okay.
I wouldn't be.
Gotcha. All right, perfect. That's what I wanted to know, because with Eldorez, you're such a solitary of a person. It's kind of a character step for you to open up and be extending this to another person,
Oh,
which
yeah,
is what I was
okay.
thinking. So that's why I wanted to check. So perfect. So as Glaive reaches out to touch the weapon, his hand passes right through it, and then at the last second, just like it was going through your hand, it kind of follows his hand motion You're able to manipulate it and turn it like you would a staff. You don't feel any weight. You feel no resistance to the wind, but as you will that cold sensation to move, it just bends to your will. As if you're imagining it move, so does the scythe.
Oh. I give it a few test swings. Does it have any weight to it?
None whatsoever. As you swing it, it's weightless.
Wow. If I use this thing, I would throw my back out from swinging too hard. Alright. Now for the dumb part of this. I cast Identify to understand the item I'm holding.
Alright.
I saw that coming. And I think our DM just quit. I am not going to try to identify that. He's got a mini notebook just for Eldoris' weapon.
Glaive 2 Whisper.
Oh, I have to drop
Dun,
down there
dun,
too.
dun.
Yes! Yes! Yes!
I kind of feel like I should.
Alright, I'm down here too.
Yes!
So the stream can hear it.
And Glaive, when you cast Identify, you get an overwhelming sense of pride. Not a sinful, not a indulgent pride, but a swelling pride, a parental pride. You sense the love of a parent for a child, the urge that a parent has to throw themselves in front of a cart to save that child's life, coalescing in physical form. But it also feels cold. It feels distant, almost diluted, like something has imbued itself with that warmth, but it's foreign to that entity. As if a candle had been dipped in ice. And as you cast Identify, a shadow looms in the back of your mind, almost familiar, as you have experience with entities in your mind and spirits and things of the sort. What you sense is darkness and death to all living things. Something that calls this void home. Alien to you, but completely familiar. And in front of you, as if always there behind Eldora's, his shadow with the horns, you realize something off about the figure, more three-dimensional than you have ever seen before. Cast like a long shadow hundreds of feet behind Eldora's, you see a tall, strangely grotesque-looking bipedal creature with almost a goat-like face and horn going back as shadow-like smoke billows off of it. It has 4 fingers, each coming down into a long, jagged, pointed claw. Its legs come down into almost impossibly thin points onto the ground. Its eyes sunken and purple in its skull. No mouth, no nose, just these purple eyes. And having cast Identify, you know exactly what this creature is. A Night Walker. The word comes across your mind like a flash of gunpowder ignited by a match. A creature from a negative plane of existence. Not death, but the opposite of life. A void. That is what Eldorus' weapon is.
Oh! Okay!
And now we can go back to chat.
Oh yeah, we'll just go back after that. Sure.
In here, and he's all right, perfect.
Ah!
I kind of feel like you're telling secrets about me that I should be privy to, and I feel like I've been left out.
Eldorus?
Yeah. You know, I have to say, the fact that you're able to wield it kind of makes it feel not unique. Like, maybe I've been hunted for something I shouldn't have been hunted for in the first place.
You are connected
Maybe-
to the void.
What?
I don't really know what that means.
Let me walk you through this. Oh, wow.
I'm
You
going.
might want her back.
I'm going to will the weapon back into my hand.
I did say her back.
Mhm.
Alright. Alright. Wow.
So we're like
pacing back and forth.
we're like walking out of earshot of everybody else.
Oh, I'm attuning, so I don't hear anything.
Hey,
Oh, absolutely. Wow. Okay.
I did a good
Did
job.
I mention wow?
Yes, you said that a few times.
There was so much
Wow.
interfering dichotomy in there. Just the influx of emotion, love, pride coming from your weapon. Just an adoration of its wielder. Like, technically I was wielding it at the time, but it was directed towards you. So,
I understand.
that, yeah. But there's a problem with it. There's a Nightwalker attached to it. It's from this void, or this plane of not death, not life, the absence of anything, really. Negative energy comes from, and it's trying to pull your weapon away from you. Also, all this information got imploded into my brain in less than 6 seconds, so I'm having a little bit of trouble processing. Wow.
That's more than I ever knew about it. How come? Why is it I feel like I'm the person that knows the least about me? And everyone else seems to be able to figure me out better than I can myself.
Okay,
And
now,
what
to
I'm
be
going-
fair, I had to rely on magic to do it. Wow.
You said that.
I had
He's still
heard
processing.
about weapons with sentient, but not a pathic bond. Like, from... I mean, there were a few mages that we had to kill because they were taking their family members and putting them into weapons. That's kind of what this is, except it was voluntary, an act of love. There,
I didn't choose it.
no, she chose you to protect you, to keep you safe. She is always there, always behind you. Having a romantic life is going to be weird, but sorry.
Yeah, it's a little weird. That's gonna take a while to clear from my.
Identify tells you absolutely everything, right?
Except for if it's cursed.
Except if it's cursed. If it is a magic item or some other magic immune object, you learn its properties and how to use them, whether it requires attunements, how many charges, if any. You learn whether any spells are affecting the item and what they are. If the item was created by a spell, you learn which spell created it.
You learn what created it?
If it was a spell,
Okay, never mind.
okay.
I mean, technically, identify shouldn't be used to be cast on a sentient person, technically, or on a non-tangible item, but it's cool. Rule of cool.
Very much so.
I'm going to say this with a measure of salt put into it. That weapon has the potential to become far stronger than you potentially realize. It is composed of 2 souls. It is connected to yours, formed by, I'm assuming, your mother. Ooh.
You know the crazy thing? I was so young in the past. I don't even.
AJ, look at Facebook.
Look at Facebook?
Yeah.
Facebook.
Oh yeah, no, I know exactly what you were talking about. You're a jerk.
Wow.
No, he was describing a certain creature to me, and I thought to myself, wait, okay, as long as he doesn't say that part, he said that part. What about this part? He said that.
Gotcha.
In other words, it's completely safe.
I had my suspicions, though. I mean, when I went to the Temple of Saren Ray, she blessed it, which was strange. It does radiant damage, and it's made of void or shadow. I mean, that's a lot. I can only imagine what it's capable of. Sometimes I'm scared of what it's capable of. But I feel like you know more than I do now.
I can tell you now, there's no need to be scared of what it is dedicated to you. Safe. And it is so.
And the entity trying to take it from me.
I'm sorry, what?
The entity trying to take it away from me. What about that?
I know the name of it, of its species, Nightwalker. But it's one of those creatures that's beyond my scope of understanding. If you want to bring this up, well, this is a library filled with arcane knowledge. We might be able to find it here. do that, Eldoris?
I'm always eager to learn new things about it, about me, about any of it really. But that leads to other questions. I know that you and Xavier want to, I don't know, somehow utilize that skull, that dark skull. I don't know if it would help it at all or do anything for it.
Best that I could imagine is creating stabilize so that it would be harder to pull away from. Be a wand or a physical cure for it.
I'm sorry, you
I
said
would
what?
have to talk to him about it. Sorry, what?
You said it would be harder.
To have it harder to be taken away from. Like, we put it inside of a handheld container.
Sorry, keep seeing Kayla waving frantically over there.
Oh, her video's not working for me.
Looks like she's
Oh.
trying to get somebody's attention.
I'm trying to get Cal's attention.
Your video's not working for me.
Rip.
Sorry.
Messenger.
Oh, okay.
Thank you.
But yeah, I mean, anything I can learn about it. I'm kind of fond of having it in a place where it doesn't show itself off, all the time. Walking around with something like that out in the open, be it in a case or not, is more worrisome to me than summoning it when I need it.
What about in a gem embedded in skin? So you can wear clothes over touch. Well, not necessarily gem, but you get what I mean.
Right. Okay. I would think of it.
Wow.
You said that multiple times.
I wasn't expecting that, okay? I was expecting magic or a spell, not a
That.
really harsh reminder of the fact that I lost my only child because of my own blunder. Night.
Hell of a note to end the night on.
Damn.
Glaive, as you go off to bed, roll a perception check.
Let me get back to my desk because I was actually pacing.
Eldoris doesn't get any sleep, just wide-eyed the entire night.
19.
What was that?
19.
Just as you get into bed, you see Sapala exit the room.
Gantler. Trouble. Would I be out of my armor at this point? Because I can't sleep anymore.
Yeah, probably.
Alright. I will try and be very, very quiet. I'm hunting Sapalas.
Are you stealthing after her?
Yes, sir.
Make a stealth check. Sapala, make a perception check.
Oh, good. I get a +2.
Hang on, I'm gonna leave and come back because I want to see Sapala's.
I'm gonna miss that guy.
I can still hear you.
He was never heard from.
What?
Morgan Freeman voice. He never came back.
I was gone.
Glaive has a total of 14.
I'm actually going to do the same thing.
I guess I could say this in person. 22.
Ooh, girl.
Ooh.
You're being tailed, girl.
Glaive, go back.
just narrowly eyes you and slinks behind the wall.
Shink.
Kind of a-
She didn't see me. She's bluffing.
Wait,
You go
Wait,
around the
go back.
corner. You can't come around the corner. He's not.
I did
there.
go back. I'm totally not here anymore.
yeah, okay, go back.
Did you say that out loud?
Totally.
Yes.
I'm trying to have a personality here. It's not really working out. Are
We can't-
you about to go in there and bum rush that guy with a bunch of questions?
No.
I'm gonna roll an insight check. Well, that's what that says on that dice.
Sapala roll persuasion or deception.
Good God, that's an 18.
Hey Cal, check messenger.
Oh boy.
Ooh, everybody's
That's
doing
super
secret
messy.
things in the thief base.
Well, I'm gonna send messages
Except
to
for
Cal
Elena.
too.
She's just over here trying to get swole.
That's a 20.
Oh,
And that's.
fair enough.
Do I.
You don't have to say.
Okay.
No, I just believe you.
As one
All right.
should.
As one should.
All right,
How can you be
but
mad
don't
at
go into
Sapala?
getting into any trouble. All right.
Okay.
Do you have a weapon?
Always.
Weapon.
Basically.
I am a weapon.
A weapon not made of magic because counterspell, dispelled, anti.
Yeah.
She's a scimitar.
I got 3.
I got a stick.
And my hair. I don't know what my hair can do, but.
Her hair is pretty dangerous.
Choke somebody out with it.
Can tangle any brush.
French braid a guy's neck and choke him out. Can he use, what is it? What is it? What's that assassin like choke tool?
Garrote.
Garrote. Yeah, thank you.
Sapala kisses Glaive on the cheek and tells him to go back to bed.
Glenn comes back in, redder than a rose.
No, a tomato.
Oh,
Why did I
Minute.
do that?
dies.
Why did I get the tomato?
So in that case, Sapala, before we go off into your stealthing off, I just want to ask, Vale, is there anything you want to do?
No, I'm good.
Vale.
I am doing my evening meditations and
You just
prepping for
haven't-
sleep.
You haven't said anything tonight, so I just wanted to check.
Do you want to get in touch with Matsuta?
Yeah.
Nope.
let's do
Nope.
Who is this Masuda character?
Look, that takes an hour to attune to, and then an hour to attune back, and oh my god, he's probably dead anyway.
We'll try.
Hey, I'm gonna be
Glad
muted
I
for a
didn't hear
second.
that.
Something just went boom outside my house.
It's okay.
Oh, okay.
Take a weapon.
So, Sapala,
I
you
do, but ugh.
Yes.
are going to start snooping around the nest. Are you able
Yeah.
to see the map that is on Roll20?
Yes, because I have Wi-Fi.
Yay!
Woo!
All right, so
I can
you
actually play now.
you are up in room number 3. There's labeled the fledgling bunks. You're up in here.
Yeah.
This is starting place.
Yeah.
Where would you like to go?
Where would they like to go?
So I know that a library exists,
Yeah.
but I don't know where it is from here, right?
You know a general direction. You followed Xavier through the library when he went through the Phoenix Den.
Okay, well then that's where I'm gonna go first.
Okay, make a survival check. This place is a maze.
Literally.
Survival check.
Please.
Rolled
stop.
natural 1.
Loving the accent.
Oh, thank you. It's a very good job.
27.
Very good, Sam. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so
Magically shifts around like
immediately
staircases.
remembering your way back, you walk through the dining hall. Actually, you avoid the dining hall and you just go straight there. by going this way, down here, and then over here, and then up here, and then over here, and then down here, and then over here, then up here, and then over here, and then down.
I can just put my piece on there if that makes it easier.
That's all right. So
the lines.
as you're walking through the winding, twisting halls, you see a number of glyphs and carvings on the wall. This place looks to have been handcrafted with magic. You can see the asymmetry of someone who doesn't understand perfect geometry, someone who isn't an engineer, isn't a architect. However, the smooth lines, the impossibly perfect right corners that could only have been created arcanely, this place looks to have been lovingly crafted, by your assumption, by the people who live here. As you make your way into the library, it opens up. You'd passed through it briefly before, paying more attention to your party and not really looking around. But as you come in, the library is tall. Being underground,
Everything's tall.
is very tall. As you come in, it is easily 4 stories high. As you come into the room, and there are long ladders.
Is there a map of the library?
There's not a map of the library, but there is 4 long tables in the center of the library with benches on them, a number of desks with quills and ink, large entire glass cabinets of just empty parchment paper, drawers upon drawers in the bottom of each of the bookshelves that are lined with glass. You can see inside crystals, ivory tusks, spell components, in glass jars full of incense, candles, and more books than you have ever seen in your life. And it appears to be color coded. You see, following the left side of the room, it starts with blackened books that appear to be burned, some charred, and as they progress across the room, it's like a spreading rainbow of color as each shelf perfectly transitions through the colors of the rainbow all the way through to books that appear to be made of solid ivory, meeting back up on the other side of the black book.
I want to look for anything like kind of like a history or whatever of the nest.
Make an investigation check.
So, I went to my room. I didn't stay in the fledgling bunks.
Okay.
So my room is right off the library.
You're going to bed though, right?
Yeah, I was going to bed.
I'm stealthing the whole time too.
So I didn't know if I could make some sort of check.
Yeah, make a perception check. And Sapal, you had what, a 24 or something like that?
22,
22.
I think.
That was 23.
Nope, I am dead asleep. I rolled.
Dead asleep.
I rolled an 8.
Sapal, the library is to yourself.
That's an 18 investigation.
The druid is the roguiest rogue we have.
Glance at
Am I a
Glenn-
joke to you?
What about me, who actually has classes in Rogue?
Sorry, I'm sorry. It was my fault.
as
Half a
you.
level in room.
I need to know, what are you thinking as you are looking for this book?
It's taught by rogues.
I want to know, like, what does the nest stand for? Like, who are they? Like, why, what is their motivation and their, I guess, like, their code or their morals? I don't know. I want to know about them. And then from there, I'll probably have more questions.
Okay. As you think this, you notice there's a couple of glyphs in the floor, and they kind of light up as you are walking around. And eventually, as you're thinking, you notice that some of the books on the shelves are shimmering slightly. There's almost a glow that matches the glyphs on the floor. As at first you're not entirely sure, the books on the shelf, you climb the first ladder and grab one. It's a red book, leather bound. A history of Exandria. Too broad. You put it back on the shelf. You climb down from the ladder and move over to a green book that's shimmering. Encyclopedia Arcanica. Again, too broad. You put it back on the shelf. Move over to the yellow section. There's a number of glowing books here. Books on law, order, books on the judicial system, books on the rise and fall of civilization during the Age of Arcana. Still broad. And as you kind of make your way through all the shimmering books, what you basically come down to is a list of encyclopedias, a list of history, a lot of biographies of random mages, books on law, order, and a couple books on legend.
Okay.
Whoops.
I'm sorry.
Hello?
I'm trying to make a decision right now.
Okay, I thought I got cut off.
No, I just can't decide what I'm gonna do.
Just go with your gut.
Okay. So, like, there's this head person dude, right? I don't know what his name is. I keep forgetting.
Alan.
Al. Okay. Is he's the one in charge of the nest, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
He's one of two.
So they're like the top, right?
They're the-
Both of them are, or is just one of them slightly above the other?
Alan founded the nest. From what you've gleaned from conversation, Alan created the nest, but they both hold the same position.
Okay. And the person who is here is
Alan.
Alan. All right. Okay. Was the place we were at, the Phoenix Den, was that his office?
Yes.
Heck. Well,
Go with your gut.
I'm going to the Phoenix Den.
All right. With your previous survival check, you kind of know your way pretty well around the nest already. So you wind your way over toward the Phoenix Den, where in front of you is that oak door, brilliantly carved with flames reaching up around a outstretched phoenix.
Right before she's fixing to knock, she says, "I'm sorry, Glaive." She basically lied to him and knocks on the door.
Silence.
I knock again. Alan?
Make a perception check.
$15.
You do not hear a response.
Can I try and open the door?
You take a look at the oaken door, and there appears to be no real handle. You give the door a bit of a push, and there's no give to the door.
Is there any, like, writing or on there?
None that you can see. Glancing around the frame and everything, you do see actually a number of. It almost looks like wood burning along the frame of the door, top and side. Runes that you know to be arcane. That you don't know what they say, but there do appear to be runes on the door.
Hmm. Does the other dude have a room?
Not that you know of.
Dang it.
You could always go tramping around the nest and see if you find his room.
A lot of rooms. Okay, over here it says trial rooms.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna go snoop around there.
Unfortunately, I'm going to say that that is player knowledge. You do not know those exist.
Alright.
Sorry.
It's chill. I could go bother Xavier. He might hate me.
I've just got to say, Sapala has run into Vox Machina's number one enemy,
Doors.
a door.
I thought it was the elderly.
Well, there's things I could try, but I don't want it to make people hate me.
Actually, we already did that.
The elderly, or
Yeah,
Who was that again?
Cass.
Oh,
Too soon?
and the servant.
Oh.
as bad as Keith.
Oh yeah, that's
He killed the kid.
Killed the
Oh,
kid.
there it is.
he was off stream
Yeah.
or pre-stream.
Who killed the street? What?
Okay.
Kill the kid off stream or pre-stream.
I have no idea if this is gonna work, but you know, whatever.
When did we kill a kid?
No,
No,
Keyleth.
no.
I am going
We
to
didn't.
cast.
I thought you were talking about us. I was like, what the hell?
Not
I would,
yet.
I would not have allowed that.
Not
Wow. We see your line now.
Elderly's fine. They had a good life.
Wow.
Can I try
Yeah, the truth comes
and cast? Why am I doing this?
Just do it. Go
Do
with
it.
it.
Dispel magic on the door.
Okay.
What am I doing?
You're being spontaneous.
On the
I would
entrance
like-
to the Phoenix Den?
Yeah,
Oh,
She
God.
started.
I'm gonna die.
I would
Wait,
like to know specifically where you are targeting this spell.
On the wood burning lettery thingies.
Okay.
Tune in next week to see what happens.
I die.
You wave your hand in front of them, and you watch as the soot from the wood burning blows away from the runes. You still see them etched into the wood, like someone had taken a knife and carved them in, but the burn marks away from the doorframe.
Can I try opening the door now?
You give the door a push, and it does not open.
Ah,
Dang. It's just locked. Normally locked.
but there's no handle. I can't. I'm turning into a spider.
Yeah.
You
Wait, hold on, wait.
Spider time.
Is there
Shut up.
a space in between the floor and the door?
glancing down, there is you would have to turn into a very, very minuscule spider, almost the size of a flea, in order to get under the door.
Or just a flea.
I am now flea.
All right, so Flea Pala,
Pretty popular.
Paula.
I'm gonna die.
You turn into a fleet and you get down on the ground. The world suddenly is so much larger, and you're already used to the world being huge. You make your way under the door frame.
An hour later, she crosses the threshold.
An hour later, yeah. No, okay, so you come out. You come out on the other side.
I want.
to. Yep, go ahead.
Doink, doink, doink,
Wait, I want
doink,
to make
doink.
sure that there's no one in there first.
Perception check.
Okay, thank you. I don't want to die. I don't want people to hate me either.
We're not gonna hate
This is secretly Apollo's
Oh, not
child.
you. I'm terrified that Xavier is gonna hate me.
you. Or he's not gonna hate you.
Too late. Just kidding.
21.
21. All right. There is no one that you can see in this room. You see the same two desks before, one strewn with papers and one organized, a roaring fire in the fireplace. A number of cabinets and glass display cases line the room. Inside, you see ornate set of, in one of the glass cases, standing upright like a wardrobe, you see a almost horned set of armor. Looks to be organic, as if a set of armor had grown scales and points that came out at odd angles, locked inside, shimmering almost red through the glass. You see a number of scrolls locked in other cabinets and weapons, a morning star, daggers, throwing stars, an urn that has a number of locks and chains covering it and keeping the lid down on it, that is glowing with purple runes on the lock. And that is what you see in this room.
Okay, I turn into normal Sapala now. And then I'm doing a heckin' snoop.
All right. What are we heckin' snooping?
There's papers on. You said there's papers on the desk, right?
Yep.
I'm doing a heckin' snoop on the papers.
Roll me a heckin' snoop check.
All right.
Are you like
Investigation.
tiptoeing across the room like in like the
Yes,
Shaggy and Scooby
absolutely. I'm being as elegant as possible.
She's humming the theme to Mission Impossible.
No, I'm not.
I can hear the xylophone in the background as she moves across the floor.
I imagine the Pink Panther theme.
21.
Da-da-da-da.
All right.
I'm rolling good tonight.
Jinkies.
Glancing through the papers on the top of the desk, the top one is a shipping manifest coming from Wildmount, a shipment of.
Heckin' microphones.
Never heard of that stuff before. That's awesome.
Ah! Boom, boom, boom.
Didn't even know
A
that
shipment
was-
of dragon's bone that had been brought into the city of Lamon, tracking the warehouse to which it had been left at, and you see kind of a circle on the bottom. It says Dock 2A, circled in red. Glancing through some other documents, you see research papers from the Riffinist jungle, talking about ancient civilizations that were in there, potential treasures that may be locked from the Age of Arcanum. You find a number of pages in a language you don't understand, but you can kind of recognize by sight to be Marquesian.
Ah.
21, goodness.
Should I tell you what I'm trying to look for?
What are you looking for?
I'm looking for anything that would seem like, I guess, what would
Journal, diary.
you know? You kind of know what I'm looking for, but I also want to know if they're doing anything
Unscrupulous.
that I should be concerned that that Xavier is involved with.
Sapala's
doesn't
such
know.
the mom. She's such a mom.
So with an investigation, and you kind of start to get the vague sense of the operations here. The more pages you go through, you kind of start to understand the pattern and the workflow that Alan goes through. He monitors
shipments. He monitors research of scientists and doctors and heads of state and identifies where artifacts and magical mysteries would be located. And you see that there's a pattern to things that have been selected, like dragon's bones, and located and filed away, and things that are legends that are dangerous. And you see that those have been kind of notated that they are dangerous and that their further investigation is required. And you see names of people that you've heard Xavier mention in passing listed next to them. Send X to investigate, send this to determine threat, send this to retrieve the item. And glancing around the room, you can kind of piece together that everything in this specific room is probably dangerous.
Okay. You said there was 2 desks, right?
There is 2 desks.
So I want to look at the other desk.
Scott's desk is clean, and there's actually a thin layer of ash on the desk as you come by. You walk around to the side and you drag your hand across it, and it kind of just leaves a thin coat on your fingertip as you walk by. On the desk there is blank parchment, a red quill that comes to a metallic point with fine gilding around it, a handful of drawers, but other than that it is very sparkling.
Can I open the drawers?
Okay. There are 3 drawers going down the right side, 3 drawers on the left side. Which drawer are we opening first?
Which side am I on? Am I just like in the middle?
I'd say you're in the middle, left and right. 1, 2, 3.
Okay, well,
1, 2,
I'll
3.
open the right side in order of like top to bottom.
Okay. The top right drawer is locked. As you kind of pull on it, you do see there's a keyhole and a knob. As you go down to the second drawer, there is blank parchment, just filling it. And the third drawer down is completely empty.
And then the left side?
As you open the drawer on the left side, I need you to make a wisdom saving throw.
Yay. Okay, that's good. That's a 20.
Oh, okay. As you open the drawer, there is a of lights that appear out of the drawer and kind of sparkle around the room, and you have to shield your eyes for a moment to adjust, and then they supersede. And inside the drawer, you see a list of addresses and names. It looks to be the names of the Taldore Council. You see Biagio and Gurminder and Richard, Allura. Am I missing anyone? 1, 2, 3. Oh, and Oliver, of course, is listed on there.
I kind of go, ugh. When I see it.
But listed with them is their under each one. Basically, this drawer is full of a dossier. Each one has their home locations, the layout for their mansion. As you flip through Oliver's, there is a complete floor plan of Whitestone Castle.
What?
And every single one of them just has guard post locations of windows, frequently unlocked windows, areas that are unseen by the guards, secret entrances, things like that.
Okay. Next drawer.
Make another wisdom saving throw.
Oh my gosh. I'm gonna die.
I don't like the fact that somebody has layout to Whitestone Castle.
Wait, you mean they weren't giving that away?
No.
22.
22. All right. Hold on one moment. I gotta switch to that page.
Just
Sorry.
eyes.
You're fine. You're fine.
Too real hectic.
I'm sorry that I'm taking so long too.
No, it's fine. When do we get a mostly Sapala episode? Very rarely.
My Wi-Fi is never working.
Hang on. Hang on.
Gotta take advantage of the
Hang in
opportunity while we can.
I'm sorry. I'm worried.
Don't worry. Don't be worried. It's fine.
I legit almost cried.
Learning.
Be happy.
Oh,
Oh, I was hoping no one would open this drawer.
Last time.
Oh
was
no,
rough.
it's not a saving throw. Hold on.
well, she succeeded anyway.
Yeah.
Hello?
Hello.
Yes, I'm here.
Hello there.
Hello?
Hi.
That's Obi-Wan Kenobi.
His cord was pulled
Good job,
out.
Cal.
Good job. Hello there.
General Kenobi.
Good.
Cal, are you talking?
No. Yes.
We cannot hear you.
Are you muted?
Lost him. Game over, man.
It's game over. Oh,
Oh.
he's back.
Cal? No, hear you.
Oh.
Cal failed his saving throw.
Did you-
CPAL is in charge now.
Did you hit the button on the power supply or anything like that of the microphone?
Apollo knows everything.
Does a 25 hit?
Oh.
Shit.
Yeah, sure. Why
Shield-
not?
Shield it. Shield it.
Hello there.
Can I run away from it?
Nope. So,
Worth a shot.
as you open the drawer immediately, you see a small purple hand in the drawer.
These
No.
And as you kind of look at it for a second, it suddenly comes very close to your face. And before you have a chance to rear back, you realize it wasn't getting closer to your face, it was getting bigger.
Oh.
And suddenly a massive hand about 10 feet across picks you up and slams you up against the wall on
Yeah.
the other side of the room, and you are pinned to the wall.
So yes, Bigby's
And-
hand.
What a great trap.
Can I get out of it?
You can attempt to make a grapple check. Let me reread it.
I'm stupid.
Yeah, we're all
Oh,
asleep.
actually, and I need to do its damage.
Oh, yay.
Hold on.
Good thing I leveled up.
Well, we
I'm
have
like
a
sitting
lot
here
less.
like,
That's not bad. You
Roll.
take 19 points of bludgeoning damage as the hand
Aight.
kind of rips you to the wall.
I think it's force damage.
It is force. No, it's bludgeoning.
Huh.
You don't know magic.
What do
I
know?
mean,
Fun is-
I'm reading the book right now.
Not you.
okay. I'm gonna try and get out of it.
Okay, make a grapple check. And you count as a smaller creature, correct? Or do you count as medium?
I am small, I believe.
Tis a small
So
creature.
She's small.
I am 2'7".
Small.
21.
24.
I am dying. I'm gonna use my earring to call Glaive.
And what do you say to the earring?
I'm stupid. Please help me.
Does it? Can
It
you
does not.
tell
So
one
you
person?
all hear that.
Am I still in attunement situation?
How long does it take to attune?
In a short rest.
Oh no, it has. You're still attuning, yeah.
Okay.
Oh, whatever.
Actually, no. If it's a half hour, no. Sapala would have spent a half hour looking through the library, so you're done.
All right, chill. Where are you?
I'm in the Phoenix Den.
Paula, what have you done?
I snuck in.
I'm out the door.
Yeah, I'm out the door too.
And hang on a moment. Sapala, as you do that, you take
I'm so stupid.
Yeah, I'm up and running.
21 points of force damage. Or, sorry,
I
not force. Dan, you got me doing it now. Bludgeoning damage as the hand kind of around you.
Do I
can
hear
I-
that?
can
yeah,
I try
you
to
heard that.
Okay.
He's asleep.
dispel magic on that? I don't know if that'll work.
Yeah.
You can try.
Yeah, I'm gonna try that. Adam.
Do it.
At a level 4, because that's what I can do.
Make a you're doing it at level 4.
Yeah.
Make a spell casting ability check.
So roll, add your spellcasting modifier.
Okay. 25.
Okay. As you
Damn.
cast a spell, the hand fizzles, and on the ground just plops down a tattered-looking purple glove. Just on the ground.
JK, y'all don't need to come.
Still
So
going.
Paula, where are you?
Yeah, that'll work.
She's in the
I-
skin.
Am nowhere.
Yet everywhere.
I
Do not
am
look
going to
behind
where
the
I think
curtain.
Phoenix Den is.
Okay, I'm looking in that drawer before everybody gets here.
I'm
Another
pretty
giant
good.
purple hand.
I
I'm just-
mean,
Inside the drawer, you see a very ornate music box. As you pick it up, it is about yay big, and it looks very I'm going to describe it as sort of looking for like a, I can't think of the word. The best word coming to my mind right now is like a Maharajan chest, like a small gilded. You see lots of little like elephants and animals carved all around it. Persian style, thank you. Persian, that's better. Persian style music box. And as you look at it, this kind of pewter music box, you realize holding on to it, this is not made of pewter, but solid platinum.
Oh. Okay, I put it back and close the drawer. I don't want any part of that. What?
Apollo
I'm
has
gonna
it.
open the third drawer. There's gonna be something else, I know it. Wait, can I? Hold on.
Yeah.
Can I check to make sure
Make
that
an
there is?
Make an investigation check.
I'm gonna use my wisdom
On
and
the
my
sixth-
intelligence to do this.
On the 6th drawer,
22.
give me 1 second while I flip to the right page. I can't remember what page it's on.
Now's your chance.
Oh, you're right. Yeah. So on the hand, on the edge of the drawer, you see that there is a connected to the handle on the drawer. Very faintly in the wood, you see an arcane sigil that is painted into the drawer. Same color as the wood around it, brown. Very hard to see, but it also it encompasses the handle on the drawer as well.
I'm gonna cast Dispel Magic on that.
Okay, make another spell casting check.
I'm just gonna say this as player. Mackenzie, I could care about Xavier, so don't ever say I don't.
Never said you didn't.
you did. I heard.
22.
Should have failed.
Okay. The paint on the drawer, you watch as it kind of flicks away.
I open the drawer.
Okay. Inside here, you find Hang on. I have this listed somewhere. I can't find my note for this. Hang on 1 second. Please.
It's
please hold.
okay. I'm sorry.
You're fine. Alright, you know what? Screw it. We'll do this old fashioned.
I'm sorry. I'm taking so long. I'm sorry.
All your fault.
I'm just worried.
We'll do this the old fashioned way. We're gonna roll on a chart.
Yeah.
The trap chart.
Already did that. Let's see here. Hold on 1 second. Bear with me. Please stand by.
Stand by.
Turns
Stand
into
by.
bear. Bear with me.
Haha.
Okay. First of all, you find a small bag full of. Oh my goodness.
Gummy bears. Takes them to Vale.
3, 4, 7, 8 rubies in the bag. Each one worth about 500 gold.
I put them back. I leave. I don't care anymore.
Oh, hold on. Now I gotta know what the item is.
Oh, okay.
I just want to know now for myself. Okay. Oh. Okay. Okay.
Another ring of genie summoning.
Another ring of genie summoning. There is.
A ring of Eldorus summoning.
That would be a fun ring.
You see a small cube about 3 inches across that you can see just radiating magical energy. The 6 sides of the cube are each. I can't tell you that, but the cube has 6 sides on it, and you see that there are runes inscribed on it that just pulse with energy.
I leave it. I close the drawer, and I turn back into a flea and leave. And I flee.
And
Do
she
we
flees.
bust into there?
I flees.
Yeah, at that point, actually, all of you, as Sapala, you turn into a flea, the door over your head flings open. Actually, no. What am I doing? Everyone comes up to the door, which is locked.
I crawl under as flea and then come back as Sapala.
Which side? I think we're on both sides.
I am flower.
No, not on both sides, because the door is locked.
Yeah.
Well, there's 2 doors
Oh,
that
right.
lead into the.
There's 2 doors. That's a good point.
So
There's doors.
I'm coming from, at least on the map, from the right. Everyone else is probably coming from
Yep.
the left.
I guess.
So Sapala, you would have been on the same side as Xavier,
Yeah,
and everyone
That's-
else would be on the
that's
other side.
the side I choose anyways.
Actually, you know what? No one else knew about the other side of the Phoenix Den, so they all would have gone all the way around to the library. So Xavier showed up first, and that's when Sapala pops up.
What are you doing?
Oh, nothing. What are you doing?
Wow.
The earrings transmit to everybody, not just one person. You know
I
that's
know.
right. What did you do?
I didn't do anything.
You wanted to call
Per
out for
se.
help if you weren't in trouble.
I just opened some drawers and I left everything there. I'd be completely honest with you. I was purely concerned about the workings of this organization, and so I wanted to check up on it, and there was nothing I could see that was going to tell me much in the library, so I did what I had to do.
I'm gonna make Xavier piss himself.
I am sorry, but
Cal
That-
said with Lee.
that is what I have done. And I was attacked by a mage hand, but it's okay. I'm chill.
By a mage hand.
Whatever it's called, I don't know what it's called.
That sounds so menacing.
It was menacing.
Oh God. Oh no.
What?
Oh, I want that.
This guy. Spoilers.
You don't know about it.
I don't know about it, but I want that.
I rolled that.
Oh wow.
Calvin,
After Sapala says that, she just kind of tries to walk away
No.
casually.
No. I grab her.
Unhand me. No, I'm just kidding.
Unhand me.
turns into a bear.
Oh, she already used both of her.
Bear with me.
You don't know that.
The bare necessities. Necessities.
Oh wait, we don't have the rights to.
You got 10 seconds. That's it. After that, you got to stop. I appreciate what you're trying to do.
Is
But-
Aiden still here?
No,
No.
I didn't notice that. Oh, there he is.
there it is.
I missed you.
Speaking of bare necessities.
Hello.
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 Hello there.
I got jobs.
Yeah.
Kenobi.
I don't know how to feel right now. I'm mad, but not exactly mad. I think I'm more disappointed.
That's fine.
I appreciate that you're worried, but I don't know. Just it'll be fine. Just go to bed.
If they're mad at me, that's fine. I'm not worried about it.
I'll make sure everything is fine.
You don't have to. I just want to preface, like, you don't have to do anything to protect me. I did what I felt like I had to do, and if that makes people upset, that's fine. I'm sure Glaive is probably mad at me right now, but that's chill.
And at this point, everyone else comes running around the corner.
Well, I don't think he's mad at you. I think he's worried about you.
Glaive currently has a flaming javelin.
Chill, Glaive.
What happened?
Nothing.
Nothing. It's not a big deal. And she just tries to casually walk away.
I let her. Just everything's fine. Go back to bed.
Okay.
What?
What happened?
After they leave, I will go into the
What makes you think
temp
we're
to.
leaving? I leave.
I will go into the room. I know how to get in there, and I will make sure everything is in order. So, like, if I go in, well, the glove is still on the floor.
Xavier takes the glove. Xavier becomes Michael Jackson.
As you come in, you do see the glove on the floor. It's completely harmless, and you do see that it was a one-time off activated magical trap that has expelled all of its magic.
I will still like throw it back and I'll just place it on the desk. Don't know what drawer it came from. And I'll just
The second one.
thank you. I hear Sapala from the void. Thank you. But I'll just I'll check everything and make sure everything is okay in here.
Glancing around the room, it looks like you're not sure if Alan's desk has been pilfered through or if he's just a slob. But other than that, everything, all the glass cases are intact. You don't see that there's anything missing.
Okay, I will. Honestly, while I'm there, I clean up Scott's desk a little bit, like dust it, prestidigitation, all that.
Okay.
And I'll head back to bed.
All right. Xavier goes back to bed. Sapala goes to bed. Is anyone doing anything?
Anybody else want to sneak around the nest and fuck with shit?
feel like I'm gonna
since
get in
you
trouble.
asked,
Well, since you
No.
have-
Not it.
since you offered up the option, no.
No.
I feel like I'm gonna get in trouble.
I will hold person at 6th level on the entire party. I swear to God.
All right.
Do it! I've never succeeded a wisdom save in my life.
I'm gonna get yelled at.
So
I already know it.
You all go to bed. Rest comes. Morning arises. As you awaken, eventually you all coalesce together and make your decisions for the day.
Okay.
Food?
Yes. I could try prepare something in the dining hall. Because everyone is gone.
As you go over to the dining hall, you still see the porridge or the meals from the previous day that are still out on all the tables. Xavier, you kind of sigh, walk over to the small kitchen that's there off the dining hall and begin to make everyone breakfast.
You're all getting porridge, and there's no special requests. It's the simplest thing to make.
Man, I love having chicken in the morning. It's just, nah.
That's too damn bad.
Pretty sure we stocked up on pocket, or at least Eldora's stocked up on tag.
Eldora's has pocket bacon. We don't
Pocket
know,
bacon.
but
I bought a
Pocket-
shitload of rations. I am not afraid of your porridge.
hey, Steven, you're there, right?
Oldoris?
Steven?
Oh no,
Oh no.
not like this.
Sleep
Steven.
deprivation.
wake up!
Steven, wake up.
You can blame it all on us.
Steven.
So-
I just needed the tune.
Breakfast is had. What are we doing?
Well,
Elena,
Okay, yes.
I believe I can show you
the world.
The world.
Okay.
So many references.
newer ways to more aggressively use magic. Now that you can actually swing a weapon like a proper warrior.
Excuse you?
Damn.
Shots fired.
I said what I said.
Okay.
A bow is a good weapon, but you don't swing it, do you?
No,
No,
but I
you
have a
fire a bow.
no, but I have a short sword. No, long sword. Let me
Short
check my
sword.
weapons. Hang on, shut up.
It's a short sword. Long sword requires
I have
dex.
short swords.
And that's
Level.
not a weapon. You swing. You stab people with it.
Level 1 adventure. I've got a short sword.
There is nothing in my sentence that was
I'm
wrong.
a warrior. Fine, okay.
I'm level 1.
But I could show you how to channel fire from rudimentary.
I'm down.
Alright. Vale?
Hmm?
I've seen you two.
Huh?
He's doing the dad lean across the table from every 70s sitcom.
But it's standing on the
I've seen you
seat.
use magic.
Like I've seen you do drugs.
Yeah. Oh no. Wait, no.
It's not my spice, it's my friends.
It's not my magic. It's so.
It's not my
I
bad.
Where did you
I
even learn
found
how to
your
do this
spice.
stuff?
Huh?
I found your
I-
spice in your drawer.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Yes.
And I was wondering if you would like assistance in refining that craft.
I wouldn't be opposed.
I'm not big enough to force you to sit in my lap anymore, so it's really your
Excuse
choice.
you?
Well, I did that with you and him whenever I was teaching you guys Giant, remember? The language?
Yes, I remember. But I don't remember that.
The lessons didn't stick. I picked up Halfling.
Wow. That was.
He straight up did.
I did. I picked Halfling.
Same language, half the time to learn.
Ooh!
Half
We'll
the
talk
effort,
about
too.
that later, Cal.
You have to speak it in a high-pitched voice. That's a little tricky.
Excuse you?
It's racist.
I know, right?
I'm 3 times your size.
That's height.
Oh no!
Maybe 2.5.
Did you break something?
Yes, I just broke my stress ball.
Oh god.
You can have
Are
mine.
you stressed?
Stressed?
You can have mine.
Always.
Oh,
It's literally coming out. Like, look.
Oh, well, don't squeeze it.
But now I can play with it.
Okay.
So
Sorry.
I'm gonna fill Elena's ear with talks of. Oh, crud! What was his name?
Why do you have to say it
Soul
like that?
Vern. That's it. I need to find the snippet that I sent to Cal because it is not that. Oh my god, that's a lot. I sent Cal's stuff. Yes, I did. There it is.
Tiger mom.
I like how when Sapala does something
Uh,
stupid, everybody's like, it'll be okay. Don't worry about it.
I like how
He
you just took
is-
40 points of damage from a Bigby's hand.
Okay, you know what?
At least it wasn't 50 damage in one shot.
I did 50 damage in one shot.
Did you? I don't remember.
I did 50 shots and one. Wait, what?
Soul Vern
50 shots and
is
1 damage.
Solvern is a entity of raw fire whose fur is like the flaming sun. His bared teeth is bared and sharp. Sorry, his bared teeth are sharp and black as volcanic obsidian. He bears 2 eyes on each side of his head, and he is known as the all-consumed, bearer of the first flame, the tamed one, and his fires forged the hammer Black Maul, for which my clan began its origin. And he is the fires of who I am going to teach you to wield.
Okay.
Glaive converting someone to his religion.
Right.
Only one of the 6 mighty beasts. So, Vale, would you like to be part of this lesson?
Yeah, I guess.
Alright. I give them the snippets of how to use Searing Smite, like the beginning.
Okay. Make
I don't know.
anyone who wants to actually learn it, make a religion check. I'm struggling to have Vale do it because Vale, you have levels in cleric, right?
Do I already have Searing Smite?
Actually, Vale, as a cleric, because of Unearthed Arcana, can learn Wrathful Smite.
Oh, that's the one.
My brain is struggling with the cross deity learning another deity's. Why not?
No, it's fine if you don't want it to work like that. It could also just be another view on his religion. Who knows? Was I supposed to roll something to teach them?
Religion check.
Oh, right. I have that one.
I rolled a 20. It is a natural because I have nothing in the skill of religion.
Peggy, are you gonna roll a religion?
Yeah, I rolled 18.
18. Vale.
Par for the course. 7.
Okay. Glaive, you do an incredible job teaching. Peggy,
Bad student. What a mess.
Yes.
it makes a lot of sense. You're getting you get the idea. Vale, right over your head.
I'm more of a self-taught learner.
That's okay. We all go at our own pace.
All right. Is anyone gonna does anyone have anything more they're going to do before heading toward the trial halls?
I want to pull Glaive aside and talk to him.
Okay.
Now, the most important thing to remember is that you have to feed it sometime. Okay, Sapala, I'm coming.
I'm sorry.
For what?
I got into trouble when you told me not to.
Yeah. But the thing of it is, it's probably going to happen. But probably not from you. I'm going to get into trouble when I don't. And you're going to bail me out in it. I can't really be mad about it because I can't say that I did exact same.
I'm sorry you broke up.
We're breaking up?
No, I can't. I didn't hear what you said.
He throws more tomatoes at her.
This is not what I meant.
We are basically going to be in a cycle of protecting one another from our own idiocy and apologizing for it. So, how about we just try and be honest? Please?
Okay. I just wanted to say that I didn't plan on being stupid. It just made the most sense.
We never planned to be stupid.
Well,
Hey,
I
you are
mean,
not in this conversation.
I said that as Mac and not Xavier.
Sit down, Mac.
I mean, we don't really plan on being stupid. We tend to just go into situations pelvis first and hope everything turns out right.
Oh,
What?
I wouldn't say that. It was being stupid was like Plan B.
Oh, that's fair.
I'll be honest.
So it was part of the plan.
Okay, yes, it was. Val, you're not in this.
It was a.
Vale, we're trying to have a very important conversation.
I know, and it's fascinating.
Wow.
Thanks.
Wow.
Anyways, I just wanted to say sorry for making you worry.
I'm gonna worry about you even whenever you're standing 5 feet. You're not gonna stop it.
I'm sorry.
Then I hugs Apollo. Big hug.
Oh yeah.
I hug
Ships all
back,
coming
of
together.
course.
All right, and as everyone finishes their breakfast and Xavier gets ready to head toward the training hall, I think that's where we'll end tonight's session.
I feel like a few people have left the dining room. I came out. Okay, portrait. Where'd everyone go? Doris is sleeping on the table.
Can I just point out, like, so metagame, spoilers as George put, Sapala dodged so many bullets tonight that would have been horrible.
Yeah.
All right.
So for one,
Thank you for
the
watching,
door-
everybody.
Oh yeah. Thank you. Bye.